We are live. Hello, everybody. It's your girl Rochelle in the building, and I'm coming to you with a live Q&A about my banana pudding. So let's get into it. So just waiting for those to come on in, and we're gonna do a Q&A. A lot of people had questions on why I don't add certain ingredients. So we're gonna get right into it. Hello. Hello. Welcome. So, if you have any questions, I'm talking about specifically my banana pudding. Hi. Hello. Ugh, are we still here on video? I hate when that happens. Thank you. Are we still live? Can you still hear me? Okay, good. So, y'all can hear me good. Thank you. Hi. All right, so let's get into it. So a lot of people had questions about um, my recipe and why I don't add cream cheese. And hey, Linda, thank you for joining in. Why I don't add cream cheese and why I don't add Cool Whip. All right, so I'm gonna tell you why I don't add Cool Whip. I don't add Cool Whip because if you can tell, if you make banana pudding, let's start here. So, banana pudding consists of some key ingredients: Nella wafers, bananas, instant pudding. A lot of people, a lot of people use the instant pudding, or you can make your own custard, okay? Because the banana pudding just replaces the custard of it if you're making it from scratch. Now, I do know how to make it from scratch, but it's time consuming, especially when making it all the time or if you're doing orders or what have you. But do what is best for you. What you love to do is what you love to do. But the key is to make it good, make it taste good, and for people to keep coming back buying it and buying it or trying it and trying it. All right? So, um and the other key ingredients. So, the not your mama's banana pudding, right? That been out for I don't know how long, but the key ingredients. Now, I've always made my banana pudding with just the banana pudding, right? But I wanted mine to taste more homemade as I used to make the custard than artificial. And this is just my opinion, right? My opinion. My opinion. I'm sharing with you the difference in taste when it's made that way. And plus, my recipe has been in Detroit's um, um, marketplace banana pudding contest and won grand prize. So, and it won grand prize, and I did like of the two. I did mines, and then I did the one with the Cool Whip and the cream cheese. It didn't work or didn't rock with the Cool Whip and the cream cheese, and I was like, ugh. So I waited another year to do it again. And I did it how, and here I'm calling myself, let me do it this way because that's how everybody make it. And they like the Cool Whip. But I never was a fan of the Cool Whip. So when I did it my way, because I thought it wasn't the best, because I just used regular instant pudding without the Cool Whip and the cream cheese, but my family loved it. And I figured my family just love what I make, right? But I put it out there and it won number one. It won grand prize. So I shocked myself. But this was years ago. So um and every time I make it, everybody love it. And I do not add Cool Whip and I do not add the cream cheese. When you mix all of that together, look at the difference when you make mines and then when you add the Cool Whip and the cream cheese. When you add the Cool Whip, it tastes almost like it's artificial to me. If volumes, when you add that, the volume of the pudding is more and it looks almost like a Cool Whip pudding. You know what I'm saying? So I go for the more homemade. So when you make mine, it seems like it's a homemade version, but it's really you're using instant and it tastes good. And I add in nutmeg and ground cinnamon and ground nutmeg. So that's the difference in my banana pudding. And I don't not to say that I don't care for the cream cheese because I do my banana pudding cheesecake. It's just you can taste the difference in the two recipes. So for my banana pudding, I really want it to taste more of a homemade version than like an artificial version, if that makes sense. If you make it, try to do both, or if you do that way, look, just check out the difference. You can see the difference. It's just that I don't like all of that. It just tastes artificial to me than being homemade. Almost tastes like it's store bought. You get what I'm saying? When you add in the Cool Whip. I don't care for the Cool Whip. Okay? I just don't care for the Cool Whip. And I don't add the cream cheese because I want it to be more of a homemade taste. I add it in my cheesecake, but I won't add it in my banana pudding. That's the difference. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a preference of mine. Everybody love it. That's what I rock with. When you have a recipe that you love and everybody else love, you rock with it. So that's it. It's not to down nobody else's recipe or anything like that. I'm just sharing the difference in the two and why I don't add Cool Whip or cream cheese. All right. So, once you do it, you put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours and let those cookies settle. Let it settle into the pudding so it can be nice and soft. And when you spoon right on into it, it tastes good. So if you got any questions, I hope that answered your questions. Feel free. So let's see. Let me go to some questions. So thank you for your content. You're welcome. Hey, Quitta. Let's see. I got to try yours. Yes, try mine. Let me know what you think. I never tried it with Cool Whip or cream cheese. I didn't even know that is what people were doing. Yes. Yes, a lot of people do it that way. That I have seen, but some people, people say it's good, it's good, but I don't like that. It just tastes like it's store bought to me. Especially if you don't layer it right. And then if you got too much pudding and all them bananas, it tastes like you're eating a bunch of Cool Whip pudding. I mean, if you bakers, if you don't made it before, tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, to me, that's what it tastes like. That's what it tastes like. You got to see the difference. You got to see the difference. Hello, hello. I use the creamy Cool Whip, but not a lot, just enough to smooth it out. Okay, Sandra. So here's the thing. And that's why I thought people would is the reason why they use the Cool Whip just to smooth out the pudding. But when you're making the custard, for those that know that if you make the custard, um, you can make it thick and then it be, a little loose. But if you don't want to use the Cool Whip and you're doing the instant pudding and you added the condensed milk, the sweetened condensed milk, just add a little bit more milk to thin it out or to smooth it out if you choose not to use the Cool Whip. Okay? Hi. I mean, that's what I do. That's what I do. Um, Linda said I've done both ways. Let's see. I will be making it this weekend. Ooh, I can't wait to try it. Yes, let me know what you think. Um, I thought the cookie and the pudding had to be hard. Yes, they're hard when you apply them to the pan, but once you have completed the whole process, you place it in the refrigerator for 4 to 6 hours, or you serve it the next day. Have it in there overnight so the cookies can settle. That's what I mean by letting the cookies settle into the pudding, meaning, place it in your refrigerator and serve it after 4 to 6 hours, or serve it the next day. That way, your cookies are nice and settled into the pudding, soft and not hard and crunchy. I don't like to eat a hard and crunchy banana pudding. That's not. It's the Southern belle in me. So yeah, it's the Southern belle in me. You know how when you go eat banana pudding, it's a little, a little mushy after a couple of days or whatever. That's banana pudding to, you know, us Southerners, or Northerners, but that's what I'm saying. You make yours with milk. Okay. With milk, I do too. I make mine with milk. What do you recommend for not so soft cookies? I don't want them out of the pack hard, but still a little crunch. Well, banana pudding supposed to go into the refrigerator. So if you don't want the softness of the pudding, of the cracker, of the cookies, then just serve it like it is. You know what I'm saying? And the cookies just gonna be hard. Or, serve it in a couple of hours. I just, you know, I never known for someone that want to eat the pudding with the hard. Everybody have their preference, but I guess I would suggest that you serve it after you have prepared it, because it still will have a crunch or a little crunch. I'm going to make both and let my husband, banana pudding guru and chef, taste it. I make mine with the Cool Whip and cream cheese and condensed milk. Someone gave me that recipe last year. Okay. All right. My recipe is in the VIP group, but here's another thing. So, I've always made mines with the instant pudding. I got tired of making my own custard, and I just said if I can get the instant to taste like my custard, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I came up with. So I combined the puddings, the instant puddings, the banana cream and the French vanilla, and I also used to add butterscotch. Now, if they don't have French vanilla, then use a vanilla instant pudding. If they just got the buttercream, then just use the buttercream and still follow the recipe. Um, I've always done butterscotch and banana cream and French vanilla. So if I stay within those three, I'm good. I still come out with a taste. The butterscotch give it a rich caramel like taste. But for the most part, I use the big pack of the banana cream and then two small packs, one French vanilla and then one small banana cream. It just balanced out my pudding when I do those boxes that way instead of pour here, add a little bit more here. If you do that, that's your preference, but it gives me a nice regular pan of banana pudding. Even if you do in the personalized pans, when you're making a regular pan and you want to make a little bit more, you can double or use half of the recipe to add to the full recipe to get more of the mix. Okay? When you add in the Cool Whip and your cream cheese, you're going to see the volume of the pudding be more because you're adding in more ingredients. So it's going to give you more. But when you do add it and you whip it all together, look at the difference. Especially, let's see, Quita said you're going to try both. Look at the difference. The one with the Cool Whip and the cream cheese is going to have more volume. And just to me, it tastes art. And it's just me, it just tastes artificial, like it's store bought. And then when you just use the condensed milk, um, it just tastes more of a homemade pudding. Right, the hot pudding. So the cook and serve you can use. Now, let me tell you why I showed that technique on my video. So if you haven't watched the video, go check it out. I chose to show that technique because a lot of people wanted to make banana pudding. They have a hard time and it's just easy. So I showed my way in the simplest form. So here's the key. I now I do it that way, but I also, if I'm somewhere and somebody got a small microwave, I'm heating it up on the stove. But if you heat instant pudding on the stove, keep it at a low heat so that it don't scorch and get those clumps, you know, in the pudding mix. All right, because you gotta continually stir. But I like hot, so like I warm up my milk and then pour it in because that's the way I've always made it. But I've always warmed up the instant pudding and then put it in the freezer, make up my banana pudding and then let it, go into the refrigerator. But if it's not no instant pudding, I go to cook and serve, but I know how to watch the cook and serve because the cook and serve can also still look like it's still liquid, but once it settles in the refrigerator, it will get thick. But a lot of people used to have problems with the cook and serve. It's the same thing. You just have to cook it. I don't do layers. I stopped doing layers. I got tired of doing layers. I was doing layers when I was 18, 19, 20 because I used to make it for my mom all the time. And I just got tired of doing layers. Man, when I started making so much of it for the church, I just put in the crackers, just like you see me doing this video. I put in the crackers, I put in the bananas, and the pudding is going to settle into your pan anyway, and I just tap it. And I've always done it that way, and everybody enjoy it. So I stopped doing layers. I don't layer my banana puddings at all. I done got over that part. Long as it's enough cookies at the bottom of the pan, and I put enough bananas in there, and then I top it off. I put in the pudding, and then I top it off with chestnut cookies. It's too sweet. But it definitely depends on, yes, it definitely depends on everyone's preference. So don't add Cool Whip. Sorry, just joined. If you watch my previous video is about, I shared my banana pudding. It's my award banana pudding. And I'm telling you, I did the Cool Whip version thinking like, oh yeah, I'm finna fix it up this way. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the Cool Whip and the cream cheese. I want to win this contest. This is one year I did this and it wasn't it. And I was like, ugh, you know, thought it was on point. Then I waited another year. This is when Detroit had the fair. This is the market when Detroit had the fair and they used to do stuff at the fair. They don't have a fair no more. But I did the version that you see. I did my own version and it won. It won grand prize. And I was like, this it. This what I'm rolling with. Everybody was asking for it. They loved it. Every church was putting in orders for it. That's my way. And it's the closest way to my homemade version. I add ground nutmeg and I add ground cinnamon. I do not add Cool Whip and I do not add cream cheese. Okay, let me see if I'm missing other questions. Um, Thank you for all your recipes and help. I love your channel. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm new to this, but texture. I'm a texture person. Exactly. Me too. I'm a texture person and a flavor person. It has to have flavor. I got to tell what's in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want something to override something else. So it got to taste to me. So you're going to taste a little bit of the nutmeg. You're going to taste a little bit of the cinnamon, but it's all going to balance out. You just got to try it. It's good. It's a unique taste and it tastes good. It's like, I'm going back to get some more. Okay, I'm going to try this. Sounds so good. I do vanilla, French, and banana. Okay, yep. So don't add Cool Whip. Nope. So just check out my old video, my last video that I posted of easy way to make banana pudding. Check it out. I make mine from scratch, but didn't add as much sugar because it was too sweet. Yeah. I used to make mine from scratch, but it just, got time consuming and then the waiting period of the custard. So I just stopped making. When you make it from scratch, you're just making your own custard. You can't make the bananas from scratch and the cookies. If you want to make your own cookies, that's fine too, because some people used to do that. But I don't make the custard no more. I wanted to get as close to my custard as I could possible without adding all that sugar because it used to be too sweet or not so sweet. So I was like, I'm finna balance this out and just went with that. You will hurt yourself with it. I can't wait to try your recipe. Yes, please tag me if you make the recipe. Give me your opinion. Hope you all do it right because it is one of my have been one of my best sellers. So, and I know it's been a bestseller for other people that I have taught, and that's all they sell. And it's one of their best sellers. So that's why I decided to share it with you guys. So I hope you all enjoy it and you love it. But it's a simple recipe. And like I said, if you make banana pudding, there's key ingredients. And what I mean by key ingredients, it's the same ingredients that you see a lot of people use. They just do it in a different way. The technique or the method could be different, but it's the main ingredients. Nella wafers, bananas, instant pudding, or you making the custard, and if you add flavor to it. Some people don't add flavor, but I add banana extract and I add cookie nip. Now, cookie nip is a flavoring that I use all the time. Is sweet caramel flavor. You can put it in your milk. You can put it in your cakes. You can put anything that you substitute. You can substitute for your vanilla. Okay, so instead of me using my vanilla flavoring, I use cookie nip. It's a definite flavor enhancer. Everybody choose not to use it. Some people choose not to use it, and that's okay. But I'm sharing what, because a lot of people ask about this. Do I really have to use cookie nip? If you want my recipe and you want it to taste like mine's, this is what I'm sharing with you. That is what I use. So you go, if you watch the video or go into the description box, you will see the link there. And also, if you want to order it, you can get oh, yes, cookie nip is a secret weapon. It's great in peach cobbler too. It's great in sweet potato pies. Okay, so the recipe and the tutorial of my banana pudding, I just did personal pans. I was asked months and months ago, could I share how to make personal pans for events and to sell? So let me tell you why I shared it this way. The recipe is the recipe for a full pan, just a full regular pan, not a big full size pan, but it's just a regular 8 by 11 pan. You know, if you want to double it, you can double it, make more of it. You just make more pudding mix. But I choose to do the personal pans because I was asked to do this. Someone wanted to start, not Instacart. What is that? DoorDash. So they were selling theirs on DoorDash. And I said, oh, that's a good idea. Okay? Because you go on DoorDash, you don't see too many sweets. So I'm giving y'all some tips right now. I'm giving you some information on how to make some money. DoorDash does not share a lot of different desserts in Michigan that I know of. Now, if they do in your area, then that's fine. But my student wanted to have a good recipe to sell on DoorDash. She's doing it and she's making money. That's one of her best sellers. So I'm just sharing something with y'all. So if you ever think about doing DoorDash and you want something that is going to sell, be good, and want it in a personal pan, it's a 1 pound pan. I sell mine for now $9.99. It's almost $10 because, you know, stuff is expensive now. You know, stuff done went up. Gas done gone up more. It's already up, but it done went up more. So, but for a personal pan, depending on your market, I sell mine for almost $10. Okay, if I'm gonna do a sale, it's gonna be $8.50. You know, so in between $8 to $9 would be a ballpark figure for those personal pans. Okay, personal pans. But I sell mine for $9.99. 1 pound pan. Now, if you're gonna do it on DoorDash, because there is fees and they have to make their money, hey, I don't know who it is. Somebody say, hey, cuz, hey. Now, if you're going to do it on DoorDash and you know, they charge their fees and they got to make their money, I recommend that you sell it for $11.99 or $12.99. This is just my recommendations. So I don't know how you make your pies and how you make your desserts. I can't put a price on what you do, but I can give you a roundabout ball figure because there's a difference. So I wouldn't sell it for $9.99 on DoorDash because you really wouldn't be making that money. So if you sell it on DoorDash for $9.99, you're probably going to come out making $5 off of it. So that's why you up the price on that particular app so that you can make money. Make sense? If it don't make money, it don't make sense. All right. So any other questions? I'm going to sign out in a few minutes, but I just wanted to share with you why I do not add Cool Whip and cream cheese in my recipe. And trust me, it's a great recipe. Try it. You're going to like it. If you choose to add cream cheese and Cool Whip, that's up to you. It just wouldn't be my recipe. Uh, thank you. Thank you, Pam. And I can't wait to finish these projects that I do have because you know what? That is a great question. I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah. If you a cottage now, mm, that's a great question because it depends on that. You got to check with Michigan. It depends. But I know people in Michigan that is doing that. I don't know if they're a home based baker, but I'm gonna check into that because that is a great question. Because when your home base is on you, and it's depending on your state, cottage food laws, because cottage food laws are different in every state. It depends if you can do that or not. So I'm definitely gonna check into that. But it's a few people here in Michigan that do it, and it ain't too many. There's some people on there selling strawberries. Just go to DoorDash. If you from Michigan, and you from Georgia, go on DoorDash and put in desserts and see what pop up. Now I know for Michigan, it ain't too many people that sell just desserts. Yeah, research it because that's not offered on DoorDash, and people be looking for desserts on DoorDash. Now, in some states, it is, but here in Michigan, it ain't too many people serving desserts like that. So, and it might be because it's so much money. All right, all right, all right, y'all. I'm signing out with my missing nail. I got my nails done in Texas, and I'm about ready to take them off because they too long. Hello, what did I miss about the cream cheese? Everybody been coming back for the cream cheese. So I'm gonna say this. Thank you, Sandra. So I'm gonna say this again. You're welcome, Cynthia. I do not add Cool Whip in my banana pudding because when adding Cool Whip, it tastes to me like it's artificial, like an artificial flavor or artificial taste, or it tastes store bought. It just too much volume in the recipe. And with the cream cheese, I just don't add cream cheese for similar reasons, but it do, I don't add cream cheese because I want it to taste like a banana pudding than a cheesecake, if that makes sense. Now, that's just my preference. Now, I do add cream cheese and cheesecake because that's what makes the cheesecake. Okay? But I don't add the cream cheese because I want the pudding to taste more of a homemade flavor than an artificial flavor. So that's why I do not add Cool Whip or cream cheese. And when you add both, and as I said, if you do the cream cheese and the Cool Whip version and then do my version, you will see the difference. When you add that, it's more of a volume of the pudding, like a foamy volume. When I say volume, it's thick. It's more of, and it's foamy like. When you just got the pudding, it's more of a custard. More, it's closer to the custard than in home, and then the Cool Whip. It makes sense? Trust me. Try it. Do both. You're gonna see the difference, and then taste the difference, and tell me what you think. Some people may like the Cool Whip. I don't like that foamy taste. That's what it tastes like to me. It tastes like I got a bunch of marshmallows. She said, "Yes, it do. It do. It tastes like I'm eating an artificial, like something store bought. If you know your ingredients, You know your ingredients, and that's what it seems like to me. It seems like I have a store-bought banana pudding opposed to a southern feel with love close to homemade banana pudding. So instead of making the custard, this is the closest I can get to the custard when I don't add the Cool Whip and the cream cheese. It's my award-winning recipe that I've shared with my students, and I'm sharing it with you all, um, because a lot of you have been waiting on it. So check out the video. Exactly, Vet. It makes it light and fluffy, not custardy. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it right there. I don't like the light and fluffy. It tastes like I don't it it's not a good taste to me. Some people like it. That's their preference. It's okay. I'm not downing nobody else on how they make their banana pudding. But if you want like a homemade feel, then try it. Hello, English not good from India. Hi from India. I have a question. My brother has Down syndrome, but he get violent, so he changed him. What? Who am I? Wow. Um, I know. I'm just gonna have to pray for you. Seek the authorities. All right, that's all I can say. I'm sorry. I hate for it to be. It's so hard to see what's real and what's not real, but God, you know, my heart, whatever this direction it is, see fit that this person be taken care of. If not, God bless you. Prayers do change things. So that's it. That's it. Somebody had a question. Um, how do you make whipped cream that doesn't sink right away? You got to keep mixing it. I made some banana cream pie yesterday, and the whip fell within the first 10 minutes. Either you did the first 10 minutes, so you must didn't whip it long enough. When you make whip cream, you got to whip it and use heavy whipping cream. You got to keep whipping that mug for at least 10 to 12 minutes, sometimes 15. Whip it until it becomes white, fluffy, and foamy. And I'm talking about whipped cream. She's asking about whipped cream, so don't y'all get confused with what I'm saying. Excuse me. All right, y'all, that's my time. I gotta go. I love y'all. I hope that answered your questions. Try it. Let me know how you like it. You're gonna love it. It's a great recipe. All right. Talk to y'all soon.